Greetings, Starseeds and Lightworkers. Ava here, and today we're going to be talking with DiYeena again around the Starseed agenda and the Lightworker agenda. And we are going into, I believe this is part 3, and we're really going to just keep going with what DiYeena wants to share around what we're all doing here together, because I know a lot of us are feeling this call and this pull. Like, it's really important for us to start, building up communities and getting together and doing the thing. And it's like, what are we actually doing, besides bringing the light and the love? If any more details she can give us so that we can really actually activate this mission here on the planet at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and get out and put you in touch with Pleiadians. Here we go. Greetings! This is DiYeena of the Pleiadian Family, bringing the love, and today we are continuing our discussion, you see, around the Starseed and Lightworker, what you call agenda, what we call maybe the mission, you see. And all of you are feeling it. You are all feeling this pull deep within. That is the time. That now is the time, you see. And you are feeling, even some of you, a little bit late to the party, you see. So there's all these different places. And some of you are feeling like you are right on track, you see. Right in the perfect place at the perfect time. You're really in the place of trust. And others of you are feeling so overwhelmed and so much chaos in the world and in the field, and you are just like, what the heck is going on, you see. And this is for some of you, the ones that really chose the deep karmic paths, you see, that chose you chose specific lines and specific even family lineages, you see, to really clear and upgrade, you see, so that we can really clear up and bring all the humans up to the potentiality of ascension, you see. So some of you really chose the harder missions, and so you're just finishing up some of these karmic patternings, you see, for the traumas. You're still clearing them out a little bit, you see. But that is okay, you see, because this is part of what you said, that you would help with that part. And then we are all beginning to collaborate, you see. And so that is really what we are here to do, you see. And what are we doing, you see? What are we doing? The doing is really in the being. And at the same time, many of you are remembering and coming into remembrance around the ancient technologies that you all have come in with, you see. That you all have come in with in certain ways. And a lot of this is connected to specific sounds, tonalities. Some of you know the light languages, and some of you are getting the active downloads around the different ways that we bring in the frequencies of light, you see, onto the planet to activate the dormant DNAs, the stagnations of it all, you see, to bring it all up and online and uncode, you see, to decode it all. And so some of you are helping out in that way and remembering in that particular way, and others of you are working as channels, for example, and others of you are showing up in other ways, you see. And so a lot of us are remembering these ways of being that involve knowing the higher capacities of the human consciousness, you see. And so as you open up to higher dimensionalities, these what you would consider gifts or abilities that seem so quote-unquote rare in your world actually are quite normal. They're quite a natural part of the expression. It is simply a natural part of the expression, but it has simply been shut down, turned off. So this is what is happening, is we're just turning it all back on. It is a very simple process, like switching on a light switch, really. It is not too complicated. And what is fascinating is because you are souls that are alive beyond all timelines and beyond all being, and you are souls having this conscious human polarity experience. A lot of you are actually such masters in the other worlds, you see, that you are condensing into this frequency of third dimension, and you are condensing into a body, a physical form that has all the light switches turned off, when you are used to operating with them all turned on. So as you begin to turn on these forms, to upgrade these particular forms, what is going to start happening is you're going to be like, yes, I remember now. That is right. I do that. Oh, yes, that is the way it is, you see. And it will be so natural. It will be like, it'll just be like a happening, as if you had been doing it your whole life. All these types of gifts, you see. This is what just begins to happen when it is the timing, when you begin to turn on, you see. And so this is really the way. This is really the way. Even the channeling for this particular form happened in a similar way. It was just a deep remembering. We just decided it was now the time. You see, we're just going to come in here because Ava has no interest in the channeling. So we're just going to we just have to come in because otherwise it is the time. It is now the time. You see, and so this is the way, and it is so natural for her. And so for many of you, it is going to be like that, where it is going to be the right time. There will be the activation and you'll be in the gift, you see. And maybe there is a little bit of trusting the gift process for you. But it is going to be a deep remembrance for all of you, you see. So as star seeds, this is what we're doing here, is we are activating and turning on the dormant DNAs through the frequency of the sounds and through the recoding of the body in these specific ways, so that we can actually upgrade everything, and then we turn on and then we just begin to share the gifts in this way. So right now it is a little bit of remembering where the light switches are off, and turning them on, and then remembering what it feels like to walk around in the light instead of walking around in the dark, because a lot of you got so good at walking around in the dark. It's like when a blind person gets so good at walking around in the dark, they just begin to rely on other ways of being. And you will no longer be needing to rely on the more dense ways of being. Some of the more physical ways that you have been walking through the world are more dense in vibration, the more three-dimensional ways of being in the world, you know, through the five senses that you're typically used to. You begin to work in what you call the sixth sense and beyond, you see, where it's like, oh yes, now I remember what it is like to walk around in the light. So it is just that process. So we are just going around right now in this process. We're just going around and turning on our internal light switches and remembering what it is like to see again. That is all. So with this, we hope that this is helping you to just remember these little tidbits along the way. You are doing such good work, and we love you all very dearly. And we will see you again very soon. Blessings. I trust that this message was exactly what you needed to hear today. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And if you have a question for DiYeena, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, or head over to DiYeena.com and we can help you out. If you also are feeling called to just talk with DiYeena yourself, we do offer some private readings for people that are interested in that. So you can head over there and learn more about that as well. Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for your support and your love. I am so grateful for all of you, and I can't wait to see you next time. Blessings.